Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to the very next episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is episode 13, and in this part we're going to be taking on the boss of the Cipher Lab, and that's going to be Lovrina. And so begins the cutscene. Here comes Mr. Tekkit, the scientist. Oh hey you sneaked Crane out? We sure did, buddy. Lovrina, this child here, he's the intruder. That would be us. Just a tiny little kid messing up all your plans. Waha. Oh wait, I so have not heard about anyone leaving anywhere. Professor Crane is so going to be very busy. Oh, so very busy, so please be a nice boy and don't disturb us. Shut up, Pinky. We're going back to the HQ lab. Stand aside, please. You tell him. Seriously? You are so joking? This so happens to be where you work from now on. After all, we so need you to keep working on your studies. You so are the key to our plan. XD001, the ultimate shadow Pokemon that can never be purified. Stop that nonsense. Yeah, seriously, Professor Crane, just smack her. Smack all of these people. And cut off that stupid hair. Oh, that Naps, he so must have made a boo-boo again. I so have to punish him lots. Alright. Little boy, maybe you can convince Professor Crane. You should so tell him to study our XD001. You see, our plan is to make shadow Pokemon that can never ever be purified. XD001 is only our first prototype. So when we work out the problems, we can make combat units with XD series Pokemon. Wouldn't that just be peachy? No, that would not be peachy. And I'm getting tired of doing that voice because it's really annoying, even for me to listen to it, so I can't imagine what you've been going through the last 2 minutes. Oh, how nasty, you silly boy. You so won't help me with XD001 either? Oh, you'll be sorry now, but you will so understand. The little hurt is so persuasive. And now we have to battle her. After all of that build-up and nonsense talking. Cipher Admin Lovrina. She's actually not a pushover, so you do need to be careful here, and if you don't know what you're doing at all, the chances of you coming out on top here are kind of slim. The battle isn't that difficult, but being able to defeat all of her Pokemon and successfully catch the Delcatty here, you need to be able to do the right things, if that makes any sense. She starts off with a Love Disc and a Beautifly. And Beautifly is going to be Bug and Flying type. Love Disc is a pure water type, and Love Disc is most likely going to be the fastest Pokemon on the field, unless you have Jolteon or Espeon. I have neither, so Love Disc is going to be faster. And it's going to go first every turn, and usually use Tackle or Water Gun. Beautifly likes to use Absorb and Gust, and yeah, basically that's about it. I'm going to go after the Beautifly and try to get rid of the Beautifly first because it's going to do the most damage. It is a fully evolved Pokemon. Love Disc does not have an evolution, and it will occasionally use Tackle, which really doesn't do any damage. And it's not as big of a threat, especially because if it tries to use Water Gun on Vaporeon, I'll get some of my health back from the Water Absorb ability. Teddiursa grew to level 22 after Beautifly went down. Try to stick to physical type attacks when you're attacking most of Lovrina's Pokemon, because almost all of them have much lower physical defense than special defense. That holds true for Beautifly, for Love Disc, and for Roselia. So Love Disc just went down there. And out comes the Delcatty. This is going to be the shadow Pokemon in this battle, as I mentioned about 2 seconds ago. Not quite 2 seconds ago, but you know what I'm saying. It's at level 18. This one is a female. It does have the Cute Charm ability, which means if you make physical contact with it and you are the opposite gender, you're going to be attracted. Well, 50% of the time, that is. And yeah, that can really put a damper on getting this Delcatty into a reasonable health range, because just throwing Pokeballs at it with high health is not going to get the job done. Crap. I wanted to knock out the Roselia before it Leech Seeded me, but that's okay. And return to Inkill. Crap. Damn it. Alright, now Leech Seed every turn will be giving health back to Roselia. But we should be able to knock it out and cancel out the effect because she doesn't have another Pokemon to put in its place. If you can't do that, the other option is to switch out, and that will stop the siphoning in between turns. There we got Lovrina's Delcatty down into the red zone there, which is awesome. Ideally, you're going to want to give it a status condition of some kind, be it paralysis or sleep. There goes the Roselia. I can't really do either right now because usually I like to use Link with Teddiursa, and the Ghost type is not able to hit Delcatty's normal type. So we're going to go for a Sand attack, and I guess we can just chuck a Pokeball at it and see what happens. It probably is not going to catch it. My other plan is to try to let it attack Mareep because it has the static ability and it might paralyze it after a few hits. Or I might catch it. Oh wow, okay. That's like the first time I've ever caught it in just one Pokeball, but I'm not going to complain. That's going to do it for Lovrina. Surprisingly, that was easier than it normally is, but yeah, not that bad. And you get a lot of money, 2,100, which is a lot for this point in the game. Oh, I so hate to say this, little boy. I can't beat you right now. Master Gable will be so cross with me. But that's okay. I'll let you owe me this one time, but you have to promise you will think about my plan next time. If you see XD001, I'm sure you'll so want to help me. I'll so be waiting for you, and then she runs away into the elevator. And so does Mr. Tekkit, the scientist. And there's going to be a little flashing thing on the floor. Culination, you have grown tough, haven't you? In fact, I'm amazed at how much stronger you've grown in this short a time. Thanks, Professor Crane. You're the best. We love you. Alright, yeah, we have to come up with ways of stopping Cipher now that we know that they're back. All that good stuff. We have to head back to the HQ lab. Cool beans. Let's pick up the little shiny item. It's a data ROM, and we don't really know what that is yet. May I see that? And we're going to hand it over to him. This may be something important. We'll take it back and analyze it. And eventually you will figure out what's on that data ROM, but just not yet. So once you get into the elevator, you're going to be teleported back to the Pokemon HQ lab. You don't actually have to go back there, which is cool, I guess. And it's going to start another little cutscene, and then we're going to learn about the Purifying Chamber. Thanks to you, Culination, I was able to return safe and sound. Sincerely, thank you. You're welcome. Though it was a horrible ordeal, I learned a few things. First and foremost, Cipher hasn't disappeared. No crap, Professor Crane. I don't even want to talk about this anymore. And worst of all, they are trying to create the ultimate Shadow Pokemon, one that is impossible to purify, and that's going to be the XD001, the Shadow Lugia, in case you didn't know. To counter Cipher's new Shadow Pokemon conspiracy, ... Oh hey, way to interrupt our conversation, dude. Director, we did it. The Purifying Chamber is finally completed. Oh my! Yeah, that's right. Let's go look at it and learn the ins and outs. Thank you for pulling everyone together. Yeah, everybody did a wonderful job. Bravo, bravo. Let's go look at it now, because this is going to be the key to purifying all the Shadow Pokemon in the game, because doing it one by one would take forever. And I'm not even okay, go out of the door, you idiot. There we go. Alright, let's see what this is all about. Take a good look, Culination. This is the Purifying Chamber. Fabulous. Your father and I designed it 5 years ago when we were motivated by the Shadow incident. I've always wondered what happened to my father in this game. Like, did he die, or he just move away? Or did he run away? Your father believed that passionately. To honor your father's wish, I put together our Pokemon HQ lab. The way they talk about him, it seems like he did die. We don't know by what, though. If your father were here, I'm sure that he would be delighted. I'm sure he would too. While I was gone, everyone seems to have rallied around Lily. Yeah, they're just going to talk about this. And they're going to explain a little bit about the Purifying Chamber, but the easiest thing to do is just to familiarize yourself with it and play around with it, which is what you'll get the chance to do in just a minute. Let's learn a little bit about it first, though, and then we'll go from there. Listen closely. The Purifying Chamber is a facility in which Shadow Pokemon undergo purification through contact with regular Pokemon. Right, so basically what they're going to say, let me put this in easier to understand terms. Basically what it is you put, each set is like a ring of, what's the word? Non-Shadow Pokemon, regular Pokemon, there we go. I'm not stupid.
once you have the ring of non-shadow Pokemon, the shadow Pokemon goes in the center. And you can arrange it based on type. And you'll get to see a little bit more of that later on. But basically, it uses the power of the regular Pokemon to be able to purify the shadow Pokemon. And the more regular Pokemon you place with a shadow Pokemon, the quicker the purification is. But each set can only have 4. So you have 4 regular Pokemon and then 1 shadow Pokemon in each set. There's 9 sets, and you're going to want to make sure you have all the sets filled eventually. We can't even fill up 1 set right now because we don't have enough regular Pokemon. We only have, I guess, 4 if you want to count Vaporeon and Teddiursa, but we're not going to take them out of our party. I think we have to heal. I don't remember if the game heals for you, but I'm going to just do that really fast because you get that out of the way. And then we'll take a look at this Purifying Chamber and check it out a little bit. Alright, you just want to click Edit, and then you have really awesome party music. Yeah. Alright, so we're in our PC box here, and let's see. We're going to take C-Dot, 1 because he's almost purified already, and 2 is because Grass is a good type to use because it is effective on a lot of other types and it has a lot of weaknesses, so it's perfect for the Purifying Chamber. Now, as you can see, the colors are a little bit different there, and I'll explain that in just a second. There you go. See, on the right, Ladybug's bug type is super effective, and it's pointing on the pointing to Poochyana's dark type. Bug is super effective on dark, so it has a really fast and lighter colored a little arrow thing pointing towards it, and Poochyana's dark type is neutral on Ladybug, so it's a darker blue. You want light blue to have perfect tempo. The tempo is basically the speed that the shadow Pokemon is purified. So you want to have the 4 regular Pokemon on the outside all have a type that's super effective on the one next to it, going obviously clockwise. And that's pretty much how it works. And we're going to be slowly adding Pokemon as we catch more and purify more, and things will just get easier, and yeah, we'll be purifying shadow Pokemon like there's no tomorrow. Oh yes, and one last thing, you can also access the the Purifying Chamber from any PC, although you can only perform a purification ceremony, which is like what you do at the Relic Stone in a Gate Village. You can only do that at the HQ lab, so you will have to come back here to finish the purification, but you can place shadow Pokemon in the Purifying Chamber from anywhere. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Clonation, could you go upstairs and ask Datten how he's doing? He's going to be analyzing the, whatchamacallit. Why can't I think of words today, or ever? Wow, the Dedaron, there we go. The little thing we picked up off the ground, Datten was assigned to decode it, I guess, and figure out what it means. Oh, there goes Jovi. Hopefully she doesn't trip. Ahaha, seeing Jovi in her balanced energy makes me realize I'm back home. Yeah, you are back home. Anyway, I wonder what's on that Dedaron. Oh, Joey, there's no stopping you. Please call Nation. Go ask Datten how he's doing in his office upstairs. Alright, so that's our next point of business. We need to go upstairs to the director's office and check on Datten, see how he's coming along with that data-ROM. But that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And in the next episode, we're going to check on Datten. I think I already said that. Stay tuned for part 14. Game on.